Dina, nagmuni-muni sa pagkawala ng asawa at kung paano pagtagumpayan ang kalungkutan. Sa kanyang social media account, matamang nagmuni-muni ang veteranang aktres at ina nina Danica at Oyo Soto na si Dina Bonaby sa pagkawala ng kanyang asawa. Magugunitang kamakailan lamang ay sumakabilang buhay ang asawa ni Dina na si Divi Sabellano. Ayon kay Dina, na dumating ang kanyang karawan noong isang araw, January 27, napag-isip-isip niya ang mga bagong kaganapan sa kanyang buhay. Itinuring umano ni Dina ang pagkamatay ng asawa ang pinakamasakit at pinakatraumatic na karanasan niya sa buong buhay niya, at ito umano ang isang bagay na sana ay hindi maranasan ni numan. Ayon pa kay Dina, tinanong niya ang sarili kung bakit ang asawa ang nawala at hindi siya, sapagkat marami umano itong natutulungan. Habang nananalangin si Dina, tinatanong umano niya ang Diyos sa mga nangyari, at sa kabila ng sakit, galit at pagiging miserable, bigla umanong pumasok sa isip ni Dina ang lahat ng naganap noong gabi bago dumating ang kanyang kaarawan. Habang nalulungkot umano si Dina na mag-isa niyang sasalubungin ang kaarawan, binigyan umano siya ng Diyos ng kasamang mananghalian sa katauhan ng kanyang mga in-laws, at hapunan naman kapiling ang mga anak ng kanyang asawa. At habang umiiyak umano siya ng umaga ng kanyang birthday, habang naiisip ang bulaklak na laging handog ng asawa, pinadalhan umano siya ng bulaklak ng dating sister-in-law na si Helen Gamboa, na matagal na niya umanong hindi nakakausap. Sobrang na-miss umano ni Dina ang birthday lunch kasama ang asawa, pero napasaya umano siya ng tanghalian kasama ang anak at pamilya nito. Habang naiisip umano ni Dina na hindi na siya makakantahan ng asawa, pinakinig umano siya ng Diyos ng piano renditions ng kanyang mga apo. At dahil napagod umano si Dina simula pa ng pagkamatay ng asawa, at naiisip ang masahe na laging binibigay nito, pinaramdam umano ng Diyos ang kaginawahan ng kanyang katawan na magpadala ng masahista ang kanyang kapatid. At habang patulog na umano si Dina, binigyan siya ng love letters ng kanyang mga apo na nakapagpagaan ang kanyang pakiramdam. Doon na umano na-realize ni Dina na napaka-ungrateful niya na questionin ang Diyos at mag-focus sa pagkawala ng asawa at hindi makita ang mga bagay na ipinagkaloob ng Diyos sa kanya. Yesterday, I turned 63. A follower of Christ, a loving wife to my husband, a stepmother to 5 kids, a mother of 2, a grandmother to 9, and now a widow. I pondered upon the recent events in my life, starting the year with the death of my husband, which was not only the most painful experience in my life, but the most traumatic. Watching my husband struggle for dear life and helplessly die in front of me is one thing I wish no one would ever experience. I wondered why him and not me. My husband was a good person who lived a Christ-centered life, was generous, was a true and devoted public servant, and a visionary who created projects to alleviate the lives of the poor, the aged, the farmers, the fishermen, and the artisans. He was proud to be an Ilocano and did almost everything in his power to promote his town, his district, and finally his country. He had so much more to do and contribute to his country and province. The immensity of people who came to his wake and condoled with me, and and shared their stories of Divi with me, made me realize how many lives he has touched and how much he has achieved in his lifetime. It was far beyond the number of people I have probably touched in my life. I would like to thank all the people who gave their last respects to my dear husband and condoled with us. So why then did I have to be left behind? What did God want me to do? And where did He want me to be? Couldn't I still fulfill my purpose with my husband? What did I still have to do without a spouse? I look up to God in prayer, at the same time demanding a fair explanation. I was hurt, felt betrayed, angry, and lost in my misery. I thought this day, my birthday, is what I dreaded. My first birthday without my husband and nothing to celebrate. Then, as if God spoke to me and showed me a quick video of what just happened the day before my birthday and the night before and then the whole day of my birthday. Then everything dawned on me. I was sad that I was going to celebrate the eve of my birthday alone, unlike the usual salubong. But God provided a lunch get-together with my husband's mom and sisters, and we had hefty servings of home-cooked Filipino food, whipped up by my sisters-in-law. The eve of my birthday, my stepchildren invited me to steak and lamb dinner, like we usually do when Divi was alive. We bonded and shared stories, and I didn't feel alone at all, except when I had to blow the birthday candle. The morning of my birthday, I was crying, hoping to see the usual tulips my husband would wake me up to. But God provided me a wonderful bouquet of orchids from Helen Gamboa, an ex-sister-in-law I haven't seen or spoken to in a long time. I was missing my husband looking over my shoulder when I usually cook lunch for my birthday, and thought this was going to be a first without him. But God provided joy when I spent lunch with my son's family and my sister's family, and we ate delicious fresh seafood. We drove to my son's house to just spend the day with his family, and I thought, Divi won't be singing for me today. But God made me listen to exceptional piano renditions by my grandsons. They were so good that it brought tears to my eyes. I am so blessed and proud of them. I spent the afternoon and evening talking to them, playing with my youngest grandson, hugging him and kissing him, and I felt comfort with him in my arms. I felt tired and weary crying since the 7th of January till today. I thought it had been a long time since I had a good massage with my hubby. I cried again, triggered by painful memories. Then suddenly, my sister who owned a spa sent her masseuse to relax me. I didn't even verbalize my thoughts, but God provided once again for me. I wondered, was God listening to me, like a direct line on the phone, talking to me? My nephew brought more flowers when he visited me at my son's house and comforted in between my bouts of weeping. Then finally, my grandchildren gave me letters just when I was about to retire. Reading those comforting and assuring letters of love brought not only tears to my eyes, but a realization of how ungrateful I was to question God and focus on my loss and not notice the many little miracles and provisions He provided along the way. It is indeed true. that the truth usually comes from the mouth of babies. Now I stand grateful and sorry for asking God to explain matters to me. I am reminded of my faith in Him that should remain unwavering despite life's challenges. I am grateful for having thoughtful sisters-in-law, loving sisters, understanding stepchildren, caring children, and loving grandchildren. God takes care of widows. He never leaves those who abide in Him. I thank Him for all His blessings and wait on His directions. I let go and let God.
Thank you. So far, 1, 2, 3.
Please subscribe and hit the notification bell para ma-update kayo sa sunod na showbiz news.